academic Islam, they were hunting and killing the Sufis. And the Ali Tariqat is running away from all types of establishment, including religious establishment, because the religious establishment, they were not functioning as something separate from the government. You understand? Why there was any academic writings about tasawwuf? Why? It's to make these idiots to understand. It's not to make the Ahli Tasawwuf people to understand. It's for them. Ihya Ulumuddin, Imam al-Ghazali, it is for them. To tell them, look, they are not committing shirk, stop killing them. Do it very bluntly. Stop proclaiming, Murtad, Takfir on them. Stop. They are on the right way. Leave them alone. Listen, I will make it easy for you. I'll explain. But tasawwuf, that one saint who says, I have 100 proofs to show that Allah exists, was reprimanded, was scolded by another saint, saying, meaning I have 100 proof. You understand? Proof, right? Proof. Academic is proof. And the other saint scolded him and said, that's because you have 100 doubts about Allah. It is the way of the heart, you know. So I get very fed up with this. Because tasawwuf does not need academia. Academia needs tasawwuf. The proof, Imam al-Ghazali, finished. He is the proof. They can categorize. It's kind of like social sciences, you know. It's like social sciences. We are having sohbat here, but they can write 10 theses about this, or the interplay and the relationship and the power dynamics and this and this and this, and they can write. It's a nonsense, you see. It's just putting terms to make people feel like, oh, there's something. Because the West, if there is no name to it, it doesn't exist. You understand? Not to say there's no use for academia of you know, of course there is, but in tasawwuf, don't touch, leave it alone. And the Osmanlis, they were very specific with that. However, just so that they don't go bounding to hellfire, then the Ahli Tasawwuf then will make bridges and to save them. Otherwise, it's to declare war against a friend of Allah. Is it for us? No, it's for them. So they would categorize this by that and that by, sure, they categorize this, sure. Are there no writings by the saints? Yes, there are, but it's not like that. It's not like that. And there are writings by these saints, yeah, Shaykh al-Akbar wrote, but that's not academia. Yes? So many times it doesn't make sense. So many times it's contradictory. But for those who have dirty hearts, they are going to see nothing but dirt there. Those who are clean, they say, whoa, leave it. So, but was tasawwuf separate or only discovered later? No, it's always been. It's always been. That is the base. That is the heart of every revelation of Islam from Hazrati Adam alayhi salam. There was tasawwuf that time, continuing, and which means that is there a spiritual hierarchy? Of course there is. Is there a spiritual hierarchy amongst the Sahabi Kiram? Of course there is. And are they obligated and obliged to take bayat with one? Of course they are. And The mother of all tariqat is the Naqshbandi order, coming from Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, from the Holy Prophet ﷺ, where all other orders come out from that. Which means all other orders must give bayat to that. Is that, yes, of course there is. So did they take bayat? Of course they did. Not only them, so many others. Okay? Those especially that it was given to them. It was open to them. It's not open to everyone. But tariqat these days, they all need to be smacked. Yeah? Don't think that. No, they all need to be smacked. Very heavily. The falaka needs to come back. Because they all also lost the way. Lost the way. It's showing the nation no longer struggles. Everyone is fat and rich, or looking to be fat and rich. They no longer struggles. There's been a time when there was a struggle for Islam is revolutionary, you know. It's always been. But they managed to kill that spirit, that revolutionary spirit in Muslims. They killed it. By what? With what? Huh? Dunya. What you see on Instagram. Nice holidays, nice houses, nice cars, nice lifestyle. They kill it with that because that darkens the heart. So much so that something that happened 30 years ago, forgot, no longer a fact of life. Something that happened 20 years ago, something that is happening now is not a fact of life. We've separated. Oh, it used to be. It was a big deal. So now even if somebody criticizes the Prophet ﷺ, it won't be so much of an uproar now also. But even if there is no power with that. There's no real, you're going to save the honor of the Prophet ﷺ over a cartoon and you laugh in the face of the sufferings of the people? Okay.
Because the default understanding of Islam is academic.
Yes.
How does it revert?
No, it can't. There's a refresh button every once in a while. It's a reboot. Really, it's very difficult. It takes, you see, a situation like this, it's so bad, so great, so heavy. How would it come back? When Allah sends a prophet. No more prophets coming. No more. You see? Even the Sultan al-Awliya now, they step back. How it can't. It's very difficult. Individually, maybe you can. Groups, a bit difficult. Countries, nationalities, it's impossible. In the old days, the whole tribes and whole countries to just go headlong because they say we obey. Whatever the leader says, everyone obeys. You see, no choice. Your Ottoman lands, you must obey and you must have tariqat and you must serve them. You cannot criticize them. Okay, everyone finish. You do that. No choice, you see. Now we have a lot of choices. When you can't really fight the enemy, all you can do is argue with one another. No enemy now. No enemy. Don't say kuffar, don't say this, don't say that. It's all finished already. It's done, you see. Couple of people here and there, no. Don't look at Pakistan, Afghanistan. You'll see in a couple of decades what's going to happen over there too. Now the people who speak it and then they're just going to get tired from it and then they pass. Next generation who is more bought to the dunya, they're going to come. The generation after that is going to be even worse. And once the dunya is affecting them, you cannot say now Pakistan is not affected by the dunya. It's already there, right? But at least that front, how you say? See, very
like making a show.
Very fancy words. You see, a veneer, facade, just the fake pretense, the mask, okay, of using because it's still moved. But after a while, it's once people are corrupted, once people are given wealth, then it's because every country will come out from the third world status, And especially when you see that the people who are holding the flags, so-called flags of Islam, in those countries, they are just found to be more corrupt than the one before. After a while, people are going to be fed up. The younger generation is going to be fed up and they're more informed. So this is why Zahir Zaman. You understand? No prophets are coming. The greatest one that is going to come is Mahdi alayhi salam. And he's not going to come to call people to the truth. He's going to come to separate. He's coming with the revenge of Allah. He's coming with the revenge of Allah. So, I remember 20, 30 years ago, going around with Shah Effendi, and he was so upset about people, saying, look at this one like this, look at this one like this, look at this one like this. And my heart was like, are we supposed to love everyone? Are we supposed to be Sufis? Are we supposed to not judge and this and that? Or he has more love than the whole world put together, but he understands what is batil and what is cruelty. It's not because the people are like this or like this, but they're cruel to each other, you see? They're uncaring. And they're cruel to their Lord and to their Prophet. This is unacceptable. And you're seeing now, even with, you take the spirit of that struggle of the Muslims and it's done. Then their struggle is just like every other person's struggle in the world, kafir, unbelievers. Their struggle is that, just to have enough money, to work, to have a nice holiday. What else? Everybody wants to be a billionaire. That's the struggle. And spirituality is, don't worry, Allah is in charge. Spirituality is just accept, submit to everything. Allah is in charge. Just accept it. Be patient. Astaghfirullah. Understand? Okay. No, those ones, we don't hate anyone except those ones who are shaitans. Yes, obligation for us. And shaitans, they can be in the form of jinns or humans. So, be careful whom you love. Be careful who you love. Be careful what you love. Because you are going to be raised, you're going to be with the one that you love. Understand?
Sheikh Effendi, what is the definition of shaitans? What is the definition of shaitans?
What do you mean?
How do we know who's a shaitans?
How do we know? If they have the characteristics of shaitan.
So
what is the main characteristic of shaitan? No, let me rephrase that. What is the mission of shaitan?
Darkness.
No.
No.
That's like millennial crap, darkness. Don't bat your eyelids.
Oh, hatred of the Prophet. Arrogance.
Too many words. What is the mission of shaitan?
So, to misguide mankind.
Too academic.
Jahannam. Take everyone to Jahannam.
Yes. He made a promise to Allah. Didn't he? He swore. Simple words. He swore to Allah, okay, since you're going to put me to hell, I'll bring them all to hell. Allah says, only those who I allow, not those whom I protect. Yes?
Yeah.
Are there people who want to bring people to Jahannam here and hereafter? Yes, there are. Simple. Those are shaitans. And there are people who are completely shaitans because they don't care about the world or anything else except themselves. They can turn the whole world to Jahannam, they don't care. And they're worse than shaitans because shaitan at least believes in Allah. These humans who are shaitans, they don't believe in Allah. They believe that they are Allah. Do you understand? You understand how the ego now, as Allah they are saying, is 70 times worse than shaitan. Shaitan is not making shirk. Shaitan believes that there is still a creator. There is. Now these ones, no.
But they believe in shaitan, right?
Who? These
Those
shaitans?
people that don't believe in Allah.
You have to.
Yeah.
The more higher level that you are, you have to believe. You have to stand on one side. It's not a theory anymore. Just as the higher level that you are with any kind of spirituality of Islam, then there are things that you have to do. You know, there are things they have to do too. Oh, the darkness that they do. I've already said so many times. Like, seeing it, he says, I just want to burn the whole world. How patient Allah is. Allah protect us and our children. This is what we're trying to protect them from. Don't think this is just talk. We're not making academic talk. This is what's happening. And now they're invading our houses, and they're invading our privacy, they're invading our hands every time we're looking. And you're letting your children to have access to the internet, to all these online technologies, and it is going to ruin them. Those believers who are outside and they're exposed to all of these and they're still coming back, it's good, they are strong. But how much stronger you would be if you're not so exposed to sickness all the time. Yes? And don't think that if you're outside and you manage to escape from this, that you are the, how you say? You are the, how you say? Huh? What? You are the chosen one? You're the what? Yeah, but I'm looking for a different word. Interesting, I'll come back to that. Yeah, you are the, how you say? Huh?
You are it?
Yeah, no, not it. Trying to choose a fancy word. They're smart, so now they shut up. They don't say anything. What is that? You are the...
Outlier?
Huh?
Iconoclast?
No. Okay, like example. Like you are the model. Anyway. Yeah, I don't think that you are... Just because you didn't go through it, don't think everyone else is like you. The prohibition, Allah saying haram for you to drink, to get drunk. Drinking, not only to get drunk, but to drink liquor, alcohol. It's not just saying, oh, you might get drunk. No, there's a whole... Alcohol destroys generations. Generations. When you are drunk like that, you'll destroy generations, destroy whole families, lives. A moment's drunkenness, it cannot bring it back. It's not just you're a buzzkill, you know, and we don't like you to have fun or something. But just because you drink and nothing happens, it doesn't mean how many thousands and hundreds of thousands of families are destroyed because of that. The women especially are destroyed because of that. So when we are not understanding spirituality, we don't understand the scope. You understand? Of things. It's only according to this. Anyway, I didn't even want to give Sohbat today. Anyway. No, I think so. This much is enough. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. May Allah keep us in safety, inshallah.
Ameen.
Al-Fatiha.